Ella, Sam, and Jake were the best of friends. They loved to explore. Every day was an adventure. The forest was their favorite place to play.
I think I see a river,
Shouted Jake, the tallest of the three. He loved to swim and was always eager to find new swimming holes. They raced through the trees. Suddenly they stopped. Something shimmered in the woods ahead. It was a gate, old and covered in vines. A warm light glowed from behind it.
Wow.
What is that?
Curiosity outweighed their fear. They had to see what was on the other side. The gate was taller than any of them. It was covered in strange symbols that seemed to move in the light.
Do you think it's magic?
Jake reached out and touched the gate. It felt warm like a summer day. As soon as his fingers made contact, the symbols began to glow brighter. The light grew stronger, filling the forest with an otherworldly glow. The air crackled with energy. The children shielded their eyes. Then everything went quiet. They slowly lowered their hands. The gate was gone. In its place was a swirling vortex of colors. It seemed to call to them.
Should we?
only one way to find out.
Taking a deep breath, Jake stepped into the swirling light. Ella and Sam exchanged a nervous glance. Then, hand in hand, they followed their friend. The world spun around them. Colors and lights blurred together. Then, just as suddenly, it stopped. They blinked, adjusting to the light. They gasped. They were in a forest unlike any they had ever seen before. Giant trees with leaves like stained glass reached for the sky. The air hummed with a strange energy. Strange glowing plants lit up the forest floor. Above them, islands floated in the sky. Waterfalls cascaded from these islands, but instead of falling down, they flowed upwards.
This is amazing.
She reached out to touch a plant that sparkled like 1,000 diamonds.
Where are we?
As if in answer to his question, a figure emerged from behind a giant, glowing flower. It was a girl, about their age, with long flowing hair and bright, curious eyes. She wore a dress woven from moonlight and carried a staff topped with a glowing crystal.
Welcome to Luminara. I am Lyra.
Lyra, the guardian of Luminara, explained that their world was in danger. An evil sorcerer named Malakar had stolen the Heartstone, the source of Luminara's magic.
Without the Heartstone, Luminara will wither and die.
She said, her voice filled with sadness. The children were shocked. They couldn't let this magical world be destroyed. Lyra explained that the Heartstone had been broken into 3 pieces. Each piece was hidden in a different part of Luminara.
You 3 are the chosen ones. Only those pure of heart can retrieve the Heartstone fragments.
The children looked at each other. They were just ordinary kids. Could they really save this extraordinary world? Seeing the doubt in their eyes, Lyra smiled.
Don't worry, the magic of Luminara will guide you. It has gifted each of you with a special power.
Section 5, The Gift of Magic.
Lyra led us to a clearing bathed in moonlight.
In the center stood a small pedestal, and upon it rested 3 shimmering objects.
As we approached, the objects rose into the air, pulsing with light.
Lyra explained that each object represented a different element of Luminara and held a unique power.
The first object, a swirling orb of blue, floated towards me. As soon as it touched my hand, I felt a surge of energy, cool and refreshing like a mountain stream. You, Ella, have been gifted with the power of water. You can control it with your mind.
The second object, a glowing stone, shot towards me. I caught it, my hand tingling with warmth.
You, Sam, possess the strength of the earth. You are now stronger than any human.
Finally, the last object, a feather as light as air, gently landed on my outstretched palm. I felt a strange lightness fill me.
And you, Jake, have been given the gift of flight. You can soar through the skies of Luminara.
Section 6, The Quest Begins.
With our newfound powers and Lyra's guidance, we set off on our quest to find the Heartstone fragments.
Our journey would take us through whispering forests, across shimmering lakes, and into the heart of a dormant volcano.
Each challenge we faced tested our courage and strengthened our bond.
The cave was guarded by creatures made of shadows, their forms constantly shifting. Their first stop was the Cave of Whispers, where the first fragment was hidden.
I used my water powers to create a blinding mist, allowing us to slip past the shadowy guardians.
Here we had to navigate treacherous pathways that disappeared into thin air. Next, we journeyed to the floating islands where the second fragment was kept.
My newfound ability to fly proved invaluable as I carried Sam and Ella across the vast chasms.
Section 7, The Cave of Whispers.
The entrance to the Cave of Whispers was shrouded in mist, as if the cave itself was exhaling secrets into the forest.
As we stepped inside, the air grew heavy, filled with whispers that seemed to come from the walls themselves.
We huddled closer, our hearts pounding.
The whispers grew louder, swirling around them like a mini tornado. They were surrounded by creatures made of shadows, their forms constantly shifting.
Remembering Lyra's words, I closed my eyes and focused. I pictured a rushing river, its waters cascading over rocks. Opening my eyes, I raised my hand, and a ball of water, swirling with light, appeared above my palm. Light! You can't stand light! I hurled the orb of water at the shadowy figures. It exploded upon impact, showering the cave with brilliant light.
The whispers turned to shrieks as the shadows recoiled, dissolving into nothing. Ahead they saw a faint glow.
As we approached, we realized it was the first fragment of the Heartstone, pulsing with a soft blue light. I carefully picked it up. It felt warm in my hands, radiating a gentle energy. 1 down, 2 to go, I thought.
The floating islands were a breathtaking sight. Giant chunks of land covered in luminous flora drifted serenely in the sky. Waterfalls cascaded from their edges, defying gravity as they flowed upwards towards a hidden moon. The children gazed in awe at the spectacle before them.
To reach the next Heartstone fragment, we have to traverse a series of rickety bridges and winding pathways that connect the floating islands. But these are no ordinary paths. They shimmer and waver, as if woven from moonlight itself.
Jake took a deep breath and concentrated. The feather he held glowed warmly, and he felt a lightness spread through him. He jumped, expecting to land back on the path. Instead, he kept rising, soaring into the air.
Whoa! I have wings.
He laughed, the wind whipping through his hair. He carefully swooped down, allowing Sam and Ella to climb onto his back. Together, they soared through the air, navigating the treacherous paths with ease. Deep within the heart of a dormant volcano, the children finally confronted Malakar. He was a menacing figure, cloaked in shadows, his eyes burning with a malevolent fire.
Foolish children, you dare to defy me? The Heartstone will be mine.
He raised his staff, and bolts of dark energy shot towards them. Sam, his strength amplified by the Heartstone fragment, blocked the attacks with ease. Ella summoned a torrent of water, pushing Malakar back. Jake, swift and agile, swooped down, trying to knock the staff from Malakar's grasp. Malakar roared in frustration. The children were stronger than he anticipated, their teamwork making them a formidable force. He had underestimated the power of their friendship and their unwavering belief in the goodness of Luminara. The battle raged. Malakar, fueled by his desire for power, fought with increasing desperation. But the children, their hearts united by their shared purpose, refused to give up. They had come too far, faced too much, to let Malakar win.
Sam, use the Heartstone fragments.
Sam nodded, understanding dawning in his eyes. He held up the 2 fragments they had retrieved. They pulsed with a brilliant light, their energy echoing the power of the missing piece. Jake swooped down, creating a whirlwind around Malakar with his powerful wings. Ella focused all her energy, summoning a massive wave of water that crashed down on Malakar, trapping him within the swirling vortex. Sam saw his chance. He leapt into the air, the Heartstone fragments glowing brighter than ever. He slammed them into the staff's missing section. A blinding flash of light filled the cavern. The children shielded their eyes. When the light subsided, Malakar was gone, his evil magic dispelled. In his place, radiating warmth and light, lay the restored Heartstone. Luminara was safe.
Lyra!
Lyra appeared, her face beaming with gratitude.
You did it. You saved us all.
She embraced the children. With the Heartstone restored, Luminara was rejuvenated. The colors seemed brighter, the air clearer. The children felt a sense of accomplishment unlike any they had ever known. It was time for them to go home. Lyra led them back to the swirling vortex that served as a portal between their worlds. As they stepped back into their own forest, they knew they would never forget their adventure in Luminara. They had discovered courage within themselves they never knew they possessed. More importantly, they had learned the true meaning of friendship and the incredible power of teamwork. And they knew, with a certainty that warmed their hearts, that their adventures were far from over.